Youth to Youth Fund was created by the International Labour Organization as a competitive grant scheme to identify and support youth-led entrepreneurship projects and to create decent employment for youth. The fund is a tool to identify, support and promote innovative, small-scale projects on youth entrepreneurship, conceptualized, submitted and implemented by youth-led organizations. It gives youth an opportunity to contribute to youth employment as active development partners rather than just beneficiaries.
The Youth to Youth Fund is one of the components of Youth Entrepreneurship Facility. It is a bigger program. It is implemented in 3 countries, Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda, and supported by Danish government. And the Youth to Youth Fund is one of the innovative funds.
This is a program which is targeting young people, and our objective is to contribute towards the creation of decent work among young Africans through self-employment, but also job creation for other young people.
Calls for applications to reach potential grantees are done through various outreach channels such as electronic and print media, websites of ILO and Link, as well as through public events.
When young people submit applications, because they are submitted online through email, we usually have an email where they submit, that is yefuganda@ilo.org. They submit the applications. Those applications are opened by staff here, then they are stored in a folder. Then we screen them. We have a checklist that we use for screening out. So those proposals that do not fit the criteria, because we usually have an information note that informs the applicants of what we need, what we don't need. Because this is not a business competition, it's basically a grant scheme. So we have a checklist that we use to screen out the non-eligible proposals and the eligible proposals.
Through competitive processes, the youth-led organizations with the most innovative project ideas receive a grant and complementary capacity building from the International Labour Organization to help them implement their projects and test the viability of their ideas.
It's a program that encourages young people to innovate and come up with their own ideas, but also accord them the leeway to test these ideas so that we try and reduce on the issues of unemployment, which is a serious problem in this country.
Successfully implemented project ideas are promoted in order for them to be replicated and scaled up for increased impact.
And we are proud to reveal to you through this documentation the key success stories that we have registered by us working with these young people.
Based in Kasangati, Center for Disability and Rehabilitation is a youth-led organization benefiting from the Youth to Youth Fund.
I'm Sarah Ochala. I work with Center for Disability and Rehabilitation Uganda, CDR, and this project was funded by Youth to Youth Replication Fund with support from International Labour Organization, ILO, under the management of Link. This project targeted youth, 100 youth within the areas of Nangabo and Chira sub-counties of Wakiso district. And most of our parents are not able to support the youth to attain more skills or even to come up with job interventions. As CDR, we chose that working with the youth, giving them skills and supporting them, inspiring them to be able to generate income would, in a way, improve their livelihoods. Having trained about 100 youth, at least about 60 youth are able to do something for sale. But we've also encouraged the other youth to be active within their groups. So the 6 youth groups generate products within the groups through their leaders, and they're able to sell as groups as well as individuals. Our trainings entailed enterprise development, so we taught the youth how they could make money, how they could put their skills into use, how they could put their energies, and how they could use the resources available within their communities to be able to generate some income. And then we also taught them on how to manage their incomes, how to save, how to budget. In the groups, the youth also started saving. So from this saving, they could generate an income base to be able to run their businesses. Our youth are able to make different crafts materials from different items available in their communities. Some make photo frames using polythene, others use banana fibers and the waste paper. There are those who are making baskets from the cuttings from banana leaves, and also using waste polythene to make. So as an organization, we supported them to add value to what they already knew so that they can be able to make money out of this. It was so exciting for the youth to realize that actually the little they knew could enable them to generate some income. Most of them have been sold locally, as in you find amongst the youth themselves, within the communities, they find these products are useful, so they will buy them from each other. And then we've also had opportunities during exhibitions where they would exhibit, and there are people who would get interested in these products and buy them. But we also look at targeting the local markets around us and reaching out to other people who can buy these products.
Through a competitive process, ILO identified Highsling Community Initiative as the most suitable implementing partner in Uganda.
And in 2013, we were granted a program to manage the Youth Fund on behalf of YEF. And from then, we have been doing the role that YEF would have been doing at a country level.
The main objective of the program is to contribute to the creation of decent work for young Ugandans, both as means of self-employment and as job creation for others. Through the Youth to Youth Fund, Rural Women and Youth Development Organization has successfully mobilized and trained young people in pumpkin growing and value addition. Young women in the community grow and harvest pumpkins.
We trained in pumpkin value addition, we trained in wine making. The training was funded by International Labour Organization because they are the ones who first gave us the grant to train all these women, because we started with a few people. They were growing their pumpkins but didn't know what to use it for. They were just giving them to pigs. They were eating a few. The grant was $11,000 US. We trained them how to add value to those pumpkins.
Ensujju zino bwe tuba tuzijje mu nnimiro nga tumaze okuzirima, tuzireeta wano ne tuzisalaasala nga bwe muziraba.
After harvesting, pumpkins are sliced into desirable sizes, seeds are extracted, and the slices are sun-dried.
Tuzitwala mu dryer ne tuzaanika ne zikala.
The dried pumpkin slices are later taken to the processor, where products such as pumpkin juice, wine, and pumpkin powder are produced.
The grant has helped them in a way that they've known what to do with the pumpkins. They've started making money out of the pumpkins, which they didn't have, because these women were just growing only the pumpkins but didn't know how to add value to earn an income from the pumpkins.
Testimonies are enormous. I believe you can see young people out there. Some of them, out of the trainings we've conducted, they have been able to also get employed in certain organizations to pass on the skills to other young people using the skills that we obtained from here. Some of them are trainers in their communities as a result of the Youth Fund.
Help and Peace for Humanity organization in Gulu is funded by ILO through the Youth to Youth Fund to grow and add value to lemongrass. The organization mobilized a group of youths from the community, including former rebels, trained them to acquire skills in growing and processing lemongrass.
Hope and Peace for Humanity is a community-based organization that looks at helping the vulnerable in the community. And by this, we're looking at the youth, whom we look at as being very vulnerable, the women, the people infected with HIV and AIDS, where we provide counseling. There is a package, SIYB, by International Labour Organization. One of our staff has been trained in that. He's a trainer. So we offer these trainings to these youth to develop their businesses. How can somebody identify a business? We give them these skills. When you have identified a business, how do you come up with a business plan? So this is some of the things we do under the livelihood.
From the garden, the lemongrass is processed and oil is extracted.
This garden, you can maintain it for 4 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years. And in a year, you can harvest it about 4 times. That means you will be harvesting from the same garden, processing it into essential oil, and then the oil, of course, as we shall see from the other side, from the point of processing, you'll get to see the uses of this essential oil. This is the point where we do process the grass from. So once you're done with your distilling, you open up this tap. As you open the tap, you'll allow the water to flow. And this water, we call it floral water. So you let out the floral water to a point where the oil has reached this point. You see, if it has reached a point where the oil is now coming out, then you close your tap. So what will be left inside here is oil. And then the water, you'll have extracted it out.
It is from the extracted oil that products like candles and Vaseline are produced.
You can see the communities, I mean, those who are using the petroleum jelly, the skin is not that rough. The candle also is helping them with mosquitoes. You know, it chases the mosquitoes away as they burn it in the night. So these are some of the benefits the community is getting.
We were able to buy into this idea because we saw that the youth was the major target of the ILO, and these are the kind of people we are working with, majorly the formerly abducted, maybe returnees, some were born in captivity, that category of youth. Most of these youth have been in the IDP camps, internally displaced people's camps. Most of them had lost this zeal for doing agriculture, farming. So we wanted to bring this idea of farming back into the youth, because most of them didn't have the skills which are employable. So the only thing these rural youth could do was go into agriculture. So we thought how to bring in this agri component, to make them love it and like it.
It is addressing the employment challenge in the countries very well. So for me, working with this youth-to-youth fund, I feel very proud that we were able to address the youth employment challenge in the countries. In the meantime, we were able to support the youth, various youth innovation.